Thanks for stopping by the Tom Auto channel. Today we want to show you the timing belt setup on this 97 Subaru with a double overhead cam and the components we replaced to complete this job. Let's have a look. As you can see here, to do the job right, we're going to be replacing the water pump, the cog gear, the tensioner roller, and these two idlers right here. Now what we want to do is show you how we do it. It's already done, but we want to show you what the steps that you'll need to do. One of the first things that we do is that we put the crankshaft with the keyway at 6 o'clock. And your tooth up here will line up at this mark right here. Next, what we do is we put our tensioner in. Now I'll explain to you at the end of the video with integral tensioner or non-integral. We'll show you the difference. We'll set this up. The mounting holes are slotted. Let's push it all the way to the right and slightly tighten the bolts. Next, we're going to put this roller on right here. Of course, we've already got the water pump in. We'll go ahead and install our cogged or tooth gear, whatever you want to call it, our upper idler, and this will be the last one we do once we get the belt wrapped around our gears of the cam. So we start by identifying our belt. Your belt will have writing on it. On this one under here, there's arrows that point this way. We have a mark here for our crankshaft. We're going to loop it under here. We're going to follow it up. And we also got a mark up here on our left intake cam. As you can see, we have our mark right here, and what we're looking for is to line up with the groove or the mark in the cover. Next, we're going to take that belt, and it's got a mark on the side here. As you can see, it also has to line up with this mark on the case, and you'll see you'll have a line on your timing belt. We whip it around, go up over the water pump, underneath the cog gear, and like I say, this is done last. As we come up here, we'll also take this what we call this, the right intake, and we have our mark here. Again, lines up with our notch in the cover. Again, on the same thing as we just showed you, is that we have a mark on our gear here and our cover. Once those are all in, we go ahead and install this lower idler. And once that's all done, we'll go ahead and loosen these up, and then we'll push it all the way to the left as we see it. Tighten down these bolts about 18 foot-pounds. And what we want to do, that'll take all the slack out of this belt, and we'll go back and we'll want to see, well, we got two marks here on the two gears, so they must line up as you see here. Also on the right hand side or the passenger side, it also has a double set of marks that must line up. And you'll notice that the arrows are all pointing at the 1 o'clock position. Here's there and right there. And once those are all lined up, what we'll want to do is that this tensioner has a pin. You pull it out, I guess like a pin in a grenade. Because if you don't do this right, it will grenade on you. So anyway, to do this job right, you definitely want to be doing rollers, the water pump. If there's any leaks, you'll want to do camshaft seals, crank seal, which we have already done on this Subaru. Now let me show you why we want to replace those components. Let me set you down here. I've got the tooth idler right here, and listen to this, how dry that bearing is. If we don't replace that bearing's going to go out, and what's going to happen is that timing belt's going to skip. And this is what we call an interference motor. We're going to have pistons and valve collide, and the work we just did on this Subaru with the head gaskets, we're back in there. So we won't even do the job unless we're doing all these components right here. Now, when you're doing your 97 Subaru, your parts guy might ask you if it's got the integral or non-integral setup. Well, let me show you what they're talking about. If you have an integral, that means that this roller and this hydraulic tensioner are connected together, all in one unit. A non-integral will have a system, a setup like this. The idler will be separate, and so will the tensioner. What we have on this one, this would be a non-integral, non-integrated, probably a better word to use, on this vehicle here. So anyway, we've covered pretty much. We're going to button up this Subaru. We're going to get it back in the car. We've got the car in. We're ready to put it back in, and we'll let you know how this goes. So anyway, I hope this helps somebody out. And again, if you're getting a quote on a timing belt and it's only $200, $300, you're probably only getting a belt. And with the interval at 105,000 approximately, those bearings also need to be, or those idlers, that water pump, all those components need to be replaced for a complete job. I hope this helps somebody out. Go ahead and share, subscribe, and ring that bell, and we'll see you on the next one. Y'all have a good day.